Hello and welcome to the English grammar lesson level beginner. This is an English lesson, so I will try to speak in English as much as possible, but please note, this is an open lesson, so if you don't understand a word or a phrase, I'm happy to translate to Slovak. Dobrý deň, vítam vás na hodine angličtiny level začiatočníci. Toto je hodina angličtiny, preto sa budem snažiť rozprávať väčšinu času v anglickom jazyku, avšak ak vám unikne slovo, fráza, rada sa k tomu vrátim a preložím to do slovenčiny. Today's topic are verbs make, do and take. But before we start, I want to tell you about next lesson, and that's on Thursday. This is a level advance. Next Thursday at 11 o'clock, the topic will be hardly and no sooner. This is a advance lesson. If you want to follow and review this exercise, you can find all the information and material on our website, teledom.online. You can find us on Facebook as well. If you will like this lesson, don't forget to log in next Tuesday. If you will find this lesson too easy for you, don't forget to log in next Thursday. To je na úvod všetko. Myslím si, že môžeme začať s dnešnou hodinou. Good. So today's topic is, or are verbs make, do, and take. Today we will learn and talk about these verbs generally, what they generally mean, and how to use them differently. And secondly, we will focus on common examples, so what we use these verbs with. To start with verb make, I'm sure you all know this verb, and the meaning is to do something with your hands, to do really with your hands. To make a cake means to prepare a cake, to bake a cake. Second verb is verb do. This is a general verb and refers to action itself. So general verb, action. I'm doing my homework. At the moment, I'm doing. And the third verb is verb take. So you understand take as to take, to extract something, but verb take goes along with other words. For example, take time, take a break, and etc. So what is the difference between make, do, and take? These verbs often cause problems for English learners because there are no hard rules or definite rules when to use which verb to learn the difference. And the best way and the only way to learn these verbs properly is in context. So with the nouns they go with or the words they go with. So let's start with verb make. Like I said, make means to produce or to create something, usually with your hands. Okay, so example, Mrs. Fisher is making a cake. She's making the cake with her own hands. Second meaning of a verb make is to cause something to happen through your actions. This is difficult, but when I read the example, you will understand. The hand mixer makes a lot of noise. So you have the hand mixer in your hand, and the hand mixer makes a lot of noise. So to create something with your hands or cause something through your actions. So things we make, or now we will learn the nouns that go with the verb make. Make a mistake means he made a few mistakes in the test. Focus on the translation. So really, make a mistake, it's a new verb that you can learn. or make a meal, or make a food, any kind of food. Make a breakfast, make a lunch, make a dinner, make a snack. I don't usually make a meal in the evening if I'm busy. Money, make money. This is a very often used verb, make money. He made a lot of money when he was in America. You don't do it with your hands or make it with your hands, but we use make money or make friends. Make friends, it's a new verb for you to learn. See the translation. Cats don't make friends with dogs, for example. Next verb that we use with verb make is decision. Decision, rozhodnutie. Make a decision. Think about it before you make a decision. Or make a plan, make an appointment. I need to make an appointment at the dentist. Or make a progress, to become better or to move forward. His English is good now. He made a lot of progress. And very good and important phrase is make a difference. You can hear this phrase a lot used in spoken language. And it really means to have an effect on a situation. Sarah tried to help, but it didn't make any difference. So to make difference means you do something that has an effect on a final situation. So to make, create with your own hands. Let's move on to verb do. I'm sure you all understand the word do, but do you properly understand? Do is a general verb, as you know, and it often talks about task, activities, or action itself. So what is Mr. Fisher doing at the moment? We are not talking about particular task. We are just asking, what is she doing at the moment? We can say she's doing the housework at the moment as well. We use do with words something, anything, and nothing. So for example, she's doing something in the garden, or she's doing nothing at the moment. As well, we use do in connection with jobs and profession. So when I ask, what does she do? I'm really asking, what is her job or what is her profession? I can ask, what is she doing at the moment? I'm asking about the activity. But when I ask, what does she do? I'm asking about her profession. We can use do with tasks at home. So what are those? Do the cleaning, do the dishes, do the ironing, do the washing. So all the tasks at home. My mother does all the housework in our house. We use verb do with activities, exercise, and sports. Do aerobics, do dance classes, do martial arts, or do some course as well. And we use do with particular nouns and other verbs. So do business. We don't say, I make a business, I do business with this company or that company. I do a course. So at the moment, you are doing a course, an English course. Or do homework, do housework, or do research. He's doing research in physics at Rome University. Or a very common phrase is to say do well or do badly. If I'm asking, how are you doing? You can say, I'm doing well. Or I'm doing badly. We want to know the state of the activity. I want you to focus on the third example sentence. I always do the shopping at the weekend. not native speakers usually say, I always or I usually go shopping at the weekend. This is a correct way as well, but the proper is to say do the shopping. So I want you to remember the basic difference between do and make. Do always refers to action, activities, sports, obligations. Obligation means I have to do it. I have to do my homework. I have to do my taxes. And repetitive task. So for example, I do an English course. Verb make refers for creating or producing something with your hands. I'm making a cake, for example. So one more time. Do generally refers to action itself, and the make refers to the result. Please, if you have any question on a difference between do and make, ask now. If not, I will move on to the third verb, and it is take. We all understand the verb take as to take, as an extract, but verb take is a basic verb, and we use it with many nouns to create new verbs. So we use them with particular nouns. For example, take a photo, or take a break, take an exam, take a nap, take notes, take phone call, or take a trip. I want you to now focus and study the right table. Take a break. I'm very tired. I need to take a break. Take a break, it's a verb itself. Or take an exam. Next month, I'm taking 4 exams. Take a nap. It's to have a quick sleep in the evening or in the afternoon. Take notes. So when you are on a lesson or on a course, you can take notes. Very common phrase is to say, take a phone call. If your phone is ringing, you take a phone call. Or take a trip. Means to travel somewhere. Take a trip. Verb take we use with different models of public transport. For example, take a tram, take a bus, or take a train. We are taking a train to Austria next month. So let's study more of. Take an exam, we already said. Take a break. Okay, let's take a break for 10 minutes. Then we will continue. Take a decision. I'm not very good at taking decision. We will talk about more about the difference between make a decision and take a decision on the next slide. And I want you to focus on a phrase, take time. You hear this phrase a lot in spoken language. And what does it really mean? It's taking some time to do something. Poviem to po slovensky, toto je častá fráza v hovorenej angličtine. Ak niečo trvá, chceme vyjadriť časové obdobie. It takes me a half an hour to walk to work. It takes 3 hours to finish this course. Now, think about the difference between decision making and decision taking. If you think about it, decision making is the process, and it happens over a period of time. Decision making is when decision is made or constructed or built. You think about a decision and you make a decision. On the other hand, decision taking, it's a different meaning. Decision is taking at the moment, in an instance, when the choice is made. It is a not big mistake if you switch decision making and decision taking. but it's important to understand the difference. If I make a decision or take a decision. Now we will move on to some exercise, but before I want to say a little note from myself. Why did I choose this topic? It is important to learn basic vocabulary, and basic verbs such as make, do, and take comes with different nouns and create new verbs. So you can build your vocabulary with basic verbs and you will express yourself even better. So now it's time for questions. So please, if you have any questions, now let's ask. Okay, if not, let's move on to some.
May I have a question, Eva?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you used an example that Mrs. Fisher is taking a photo of cake. Can I use also the Mrs. Fisher is making a photo of cake?
No. This is important to understand. To take a photo, we always say to take a photo, never make a photo. Okay, if you would use make a photo, you had to be in the lab and to make a photo. Po slovensky make a photo znamená vyrábať, doslova byť v laboratóriu a vyrábať tú fotku. Ale fotiť hociaký objekt stále používame take a photo.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
Any other question? Please ask now. Okay, if so, let's move on to exercise. You can find this exercise in a chat of this meeting. So let's start with the first. Decide if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Tomorrow, my class is making a test. Is this correct or is this incorrect?
Not correct.
Very good. This is incorrect. It should be, tomorrow my class is taking a test. Take a test, to really write a test or attend a test. Next one. Excuse me for a moment, please. I need to make a phone call. Is this correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Correct way to
phone.
take a phone call. Okay, to take a phone call, it's to answer a phone call. Michelle does aerobics twice a week. Is this correct or incorrect?
It is correct.
This one is correct. Do aerobics. This is the activity, and we know that verb do we use with activities, sports, exercise. Jan is making English class. Is this correct or incorrect?
Is Jean the teacher?
One more time.
Is Jean the teacher?
No, she's a student.
Okay, then.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Very good. If she is a teacher, she is doing an English class. Good question. Very good. If she is a teacher, she can prepare with your own hands on a notebook, and that would be making a class. But more common, we are referring to students. So they are doing, or she is doing, an English class. Good. And last one, I'm tired. I think I will take a nap.
Correct.
Correct. Take a nap, to sleep for half an hour or 20 minutes in the afternoon. Good. So let's move on to another set of questions. I want you to choose make, do, or take to complete these sentences. Next weekend, Robert and Maria are
taking a trip.
Taking a trip to Paris. They are traveling to Paris. Very good. Who does your hair? One more time.
Who does your hair?
Who does? Who does? Okay, if you think about hairdresser, the hairdresser is doing your hair with your own hands. So she does your hair.
Okay.
Good. Our children
Does well in school, at school.
do. Okay? We are talking about, or we are asking about the state of their doing at school. So they do well. Very good. What about next one? I have,
Taken.
okay? You can change appointment to plan. Remember? Make. I have made you an appointment at the dentist. Or make plan, made appointment, make a meeting, for example. Good. And last one, did you take a lot of photos in Spain? Take, to really take a picture. And let's move on to most difficult part of the exercise. So I want you to complete the sentences with do, make, and take. So my father, what do you think? What is the correct answer?
Does
Does.
cooking.
Does.
My father does
Doing.
the cooking in our house.
Uh,
Ja teraz preložím túto vetu. Môj otec robí, alebo robí všetko varenie v našom dome.
A keď
Cooking.
teraz chceme, aby teraz varí, tak by mal byť doing, je?
Áno, he's doing the cooking in our house. Keby tam bolo, že teraz, vo vete by bolo at the moment.
Okay.
Good. I can't come to class tomorrow. Will you?
Take.
Take. Very good. Take note. It's to really write notes on a piece of paper. Take notes. Good. Next. Sit down. I will
Make.
Yes. Make food, make meal, make lunch, make with your own hands. And the last one.
Do.
Okay. Do the bed or make.
Does. Makes.
Georgia never makes the bed. Now, this is a good example to study. If you translate this sentence to Slovak, it means Georgia nikdy neustelie posteľ. In English, we never use two negatives in one sentence. So Georgia never doesn't make the bed. That's incorrect because there are two negatives. In proper English sentence, we use only one negative. And in this sentence, it is never.
Okay, but why there is not do the bed? Why it is making the bed?
Make the bed with your own hands.
Okay, but it is about I am the manufacturer who is producing bed, no? If I make beds.
No, to make a bed, really to set it straight.
For
Make
me,
bed,
it is the same situation. For me, it is the same as with doing the hair.
Domino, to je idiom.
Sorry?
To je idiom. To make a bed.
Yes, this is like I said, it is important to study the words that goes with these verbs, make, do, and take. It is important for your vocabulary. You don't have to learn new verbs. You just need to learn the basic verbs with the nouns or verbs they go with. Toto je dôležité pre vašu slovnú zásobu. Nie je potrebné sa učiť ďalšie a zložitejšie slovesá. Je potrebné sa naučiť základné slovesá, ako sú make, do and take, s podstatnými menami alebo slovami, s ktorými sa často vyskytujú. Good. You can learn all those phrases or all the word partners from the presentation, or you can learn those from the exercise. Please, if you have questions, Now is the time to ask.
Thank you, clear enough.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to say thank you to you for being good students today. If you like this lesson, don't forget to log in next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. You can find all the schedule on our website, teledom.online. If you found this lesson too easy for you, we have an English lesson level advanced, more difficult. And the topic for this week is hardly and no sooner. It's on Thursday at 11. One more time, thank you very much for your time, and this is it for me.